Alright, let's look at the homework 5.1, problem number 1. Alright, so for the function f of x equals 2 cosine of x from x equals 0 to x equals pi over 2, we want to find right sum with n equals 4. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, first let's find the correct picture. Alright, so it's a right sum, so we're using the right endpoint to determine the height. So it looks like the first one is going to be it. This is going to be a left sum here, and this is looks like it's kind of a combination of a lot of things. This is a left sum, and this is like a midpoint here. This is the right one. So the correct picture is number 1, right? This is like a midpoint rule right there, right? Then we want to find R4, alright? So I'm going to bring up GeoGebra. Alright, function is, let's see, f of x is equal to 2 cosine of x. So hit enter, right? And we can also see the picture here, right? Which is nice. And I'm gonna actually stretch it out a little bit so that we can see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can stretch it out. All right, I'm just gonna zoom in here. All right, so we have that. Alright, then we want to go from, so for first one, so this is a right sum, so divide pi over 2 into 4, so it's going to be pi over 8. So we want to have, so first one is the f of pi over 8. Alright, and the next one is going to be f of 2 pi over 8, and next one is f of 3 pi over 8, and plus f of 4 pi over 8. Right, so that would be 4 heights of rectangles. And then the width is pi over 8, because entire interval is pi over 2. We split that into 4. Right. So if you hit enter, we get 1.58. So let's type it in. Right. What's the oops? Oh, actually 4 decimal places. So I have to change that. So go to option, rounding to 4 decimal places. So it's a 1.5815. Alright, so 1.5815. Alright, so that's the right sum. And the left sum is going to be, actually, is this underestimate or overestimate? You can see that the sum of the areas of rectangle is going to be below the actual area, so this is going to be underestimate, right? And if you look at the left sum, right? So we're using the left sum, left endpoint. So it looks like a first picture will do it, and let's see. Whoop. Actually, am I looking at? Oh, okay. So here, the left sum is going to be. Oh, this is for the different picture. Oh, actually, I'm looking at the next problem. All right. So looks like this is the correct picture. Right, left sum, and I'm gonna use GeoGebra to compute it. Right. And you can do it by hand, just like before. Maybe I'll do it by hand first. Right, so you have a f of, right, so first one, we're going to start with 0. So f of 0 plus f of pi over 8 plus f of 2 pi over 8 plus f of 3 pi over 8. And then that's it, because we have 4 heights, right? So then you multiply by pi over 8. Right, so this will give you 2.3669. Right. So we got 2.3669. Right, and I'm gonna show you there's actually a left sum function in GeoGebra. So what you can do is type in left sum. Right, so it's here. Right, so function is f of x, and start x value is 0, and the end x value is pi over 2. Pi over 2, and the number of rectangle is 4. Right, so if you do that, it actually gives you a picture here. Right, so you can see that 2.3669. Right, so this is the left sum, and for some reason there's no right sum, but we can actually fake one. And what we can do is I'm going to use a left sum, but we have to shift the function. So here, this is a left sum. Right, in order to get the right sum, I'm going to erase this guy for now. Right, I'm going to do a left sum function, but I'm gonna use the function f of x, right? But I'm going to shift it to the left by delta x, in this case pi over 8. So I'm gonna add pi over 8 inside the parentheses of function f of x plus pi over 8. So this is a transformation to the left by pi over 8, which is delta x, right? Then everything else is the same. Start x value is 0, and end x value will be pi over 2, and the number of a rectangle will be 4. So if I hit that, we can get this. Right, so this is actually a right sum. We're using a left sum, but since we shift the graph itself to the left by 1 delta, it actually gives you the picture of the right sum for the original picture. Right, so which is the correct one. Right, so go back. Alright, then anything else? I think we need to determine, is it underestimate or overestimate? As you can see that there are a lot of extras, so this is going to be overestimate. Alright. Alright, so let's see, let's submit. Go all the way down, submit for testing. Alright, I came back and looks like part A is correct and part B is also correct. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.